Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Today we're going to check out 4 chonkers, 4 beasts, 4, I don't know the word, but I'm telling you what, this is the smallest of them all, and we're going to get bigger as we go, so definitely stick around. You don't want to miss. This is the first one, the EF911, Ethan Grow EF911. Would you look at it? Now this one here, pretty cool. I like the blue accents. You have a place for a lanyard hole. You have a spot here. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to reverse flick this bad boy. We'll see how the action and the ergos are here in just a second. Some huge jumping, gadonk, gadonk, gadonk. And I don't think that's going to be, well, I don't know. It might be a little grabby. I don't know. It does not have a reversible pocket clip. It is not deep carry. So I'm guessing that all of these are going to be ones that you're going to use like for some serious work. It's not ones that are going to be safe queens. You're going to be doing some seriously chomping, scraping, working with these kind of knives. But this one here, you're going to be able to get it out of your pocket real easy. Let me see. Yeah, goes in and out of the pocket very well. The pocket clip is actually pretty tight. It does hold very snugly. There's no, there's obviously no screws or anything under there to grab a hold of your pocket. So yeah, it does a better job than I thought. You have a nice long back spacer going on right here. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Now look at that. Ooh, yeah, check that out. Now, okay, I like this blade style. I like that blade shape. Check that out. The only thing I don't like about this blade is the huge branding. If that was small and up here in the corner, that would be pretty cool. But that's not a deal breaker. A lot of folks don't mind that at all. And by the way, all of these knives are under 30 bucks. So these aren't, ones that you're going to break the bank necessarily. Or this might be your first knife. So this will give you a first little look at it. First impressions. But looking at this side, very nice. I'm going to take measurements here in just a second. And look, we do have a sharpening choil. The plunge grind kind of ends right there where it sharpens, so you can take that however you want. Now, overall, this bad boy is 8.38 inches. It's weighing in at 5.5 ounces. The sharpen length's 3.46 inches. The blade stock is 139 thousandths of an inch. And get this, behind the edge, 29 thousandths of an inch. This is not a slicer. This is a ka-chunker, a grinder. I mean, I could see using this, grinding at something. Actually, ooh, okay, all right. Segue right into the ergos. I could see using this. I mean, all of these are going to be heavy use knives, but it is thick. Let's see, left and right, 1 out of 10. I would give 2 out of 10. I am getting some blade play, left and right, up and down, not any. I guarantee all I have to do is tighten the pivot, which, why not? Let's go ahead. I've done some videos before and people were like, well, did you tighten it? And I was like, oh yeah, I did, and it was fine. Okay, so I did tighten it, and yep, that took care of the problem. Now these come in black, desert tan, or JG10. My hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, 7.25. Let's see how she feels. It does. It feels good. It's very comfortable. In the traditional sense, this does lock my hand into place. For doing some push cuts, yeah, I think it's pretty good. And this jimping is grabby. It is semi-aggressive for the pushing, for a little bit of pushing and pulling. For the pulling, yeah, it's very comfortable. I'm getting no hot spots whatsoever. It's fitting in the hand very nicely. You can even do some, heavy-duty utility cuts with this thing, open up some bags with it. Let's check out the action. All right, so I tightened it up. It's not falling, but one little shake and it's shut. So the action is, ooh, man, it's snappy. So here's the push button. It comes flying out. And then how about, oh yeah, the old light switcherooski, the old pull, giving it a little bit of pull. Hey, watch your mind. Okay, enough of that. So the action is very good on it. Even with me tightening it down, I didn't tighten it down as hard as I could, but just a little bit of gravity. Left-handed, it's doing pretty well. The pass-through is comfortable. I'm having no issues with the pass-through at all. The lockup's around 30%. And it is centered. It has a heavy-duty blade, but you know what? This one, I'm liking it. All right, let's check out the next one. All right, this one, we're getting bigger. It's getting bigger. This is the EF908, and yeah, they They all look beastly. This one, I don't know, that looks like the top of the back ridge of what, some kind of like chameleon or something like that. The way those big jimps are. They look like almost like a saw, and they almost feel like a saw. A little bit of aggression going on right there. But there's your scales. There's no texture to the scales at all. They do look good, but it doesn't stop your hand in any way. Big old lanyard hole. This one also is not reversible. This one has a more stylish pocket clip. Now, there's two things. One, those screws are gonna get in the way just a little bit because they're not flattened out. But the pocket clip is inset into the G10. Very impressive, very impressive. Let me check this one out, see how it goes in and out of the pocket. Yeah, this one does pretty well. Not too shabby. It's not really grabbing. It's usually when this clip is sitting on top of the G10 that you get a lot of the grab. I can feel my pocket just coming over those screws, but it's not really an issue. You ready to see this blade? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you set? Pow! Right in the kisser. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. It is a wicked looking blade. Oh my goodness. And this one runs around, I think these are around like $25, $26. The other one was 25 bucks. They're all like $24.99, $25.99. At least the last two are. But this is a wicked looking knife, and it is a bruiser. This bad boy weighs just a hair under 7 ounces. Overall length, 8.69 inches. Both of these knives are D2 steel. The blade length on this bad boy is 3.7 inches. Now check this out. When I'm saying these are beastly or kind of monstrous, look at this bad boy. It is 153 thousandths of an inch. 153, and then behind the edge, 28 thousandths of an inch right here, and then up here it is 40 thousandths of an inch. I mean, seriously, you're gonna do some chopping or something like major with this knife. These are not slicers by any sense of the imagination. Now, this one does have it is a hollow grind, so you have a compound blade going on. This is a very attractive. This is a fun knife, and also I could see this being very good if you do some cutting, like of ropes, things like that. You do have a concave, a recurve going on right here. So when you're pushing or pulling, whatever you're cutting is going to be drawn into the center. So that could be a major plus. And oh my goodness. Okay, so you already know the size of my hand. The ergos are comfortable. They're very grabby, and I'm feeling this big jimping right here in the handle. And this is one that I can imagine using with gloves on, because this is very aggressive. This is like wow. It is like not only grabbing skin, it's probably going to take some with it if you use a lot of force. Keep that in mind if you get this sucker. Now, as far as action goes, there is no jimping at all. So this could be slippy. Giving it the push, yeah, it comes flying out. Let's see how okay, it's dropping. It's not dropping. Let's see. I have to give it one little shake. A little bit of help from gravity. Maybe 2 helps. I'm right under the camera though. I'm up and close and personal today, so I can't give it a whole lot. But yeah, it is easy. Either pushing it or doing the light switch, and boy, I can feel that aggression right there. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Reverse flick. Reverse flick is super easy. Reverse. So you do have multiple deployments on it. Your detent is a little late. That is where the detent lets go before you can drop the blade. So that's something else that might be a consideration. Doing the slow roll is going to be really easy with this bad boy. And you know what? I didn't check the other one for the reverse flick. Holy cow. I don't think I did. That is very, oh yeah, there we go. This one is definitely grabbing my attention. Like that reverse flick and the slow roll on this bad boy. I'm kind of rushing through them, but you know, these are $30 bangers, $25, $26 bangers. All right, so back to this one. I think if you really want a serious knife to do some serious work, and I would maybe say this would be one that you would definitely spit on. Yeah, what can I say, you know? I get overexcited. People are used to it. If you're not used to it, slow the video down. Maybe you'll like it a little better. But these are 2 fun knives. And look at this. Up close to this blade, that really is very clean. I like those grind lines. Looks very nice. Yeah, that's 2 that I think would be fun. The other one is my favorite so far, but wait till you see this next one. And by the way, these come in black, desert tan, or JG10, and I will, as always, have links in the description where you could go check them out for yourself. And some folks don't know where that is. When you start reading the description, you see the word more, tap on more. Then you'll find all my discount codes, KPL Knife Pivot Lube, all that good stuff. All right, are you ready? Wait till you see this bad boy. It's the EF109. These come in at around $29, $30, right in that price range. Has a Kydex sheath. It is in there very, very securely. Wait till you see this blade. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Is that not wicked? I'm not a huge purveyor or carrier of fixed blades, but I am more and more gaining an appreciation for them and what they're used for. I know a lot of folks don't like knives that have moving parts. They want a solid knife. They don't have to worry about those moving parts or worry about the lockup or anything like that. This is going to take care of that. Now, this bad boy weighs in at 8.9 ounces. With the sheath, it's 11.9. It's almost 12 ounces with the sheath. So, you know, if you're not using it to cut something in your canoeing, you can always tie a string to it, throw it overboard, and you have an anchor. You can get these in black or OD green. It's 8.88 inches long. Your sharpened blade length's almost 4 inches, 3.93 inches. Might as well say it's a 4-inch blade. Not quite, depends on your standards. It has D2, really nice. Look at that. I love stonewash. It looks like this, that rustic rough look. And this kind of looks like an evil eye. It's giving me the evil eye. And going all the way down, it is a full tang and it is rounded off. It's comfortable. I can just feel the tang, and nothing like some tang in the morning. And it is crowned, so it's rounded off. And it is crowned right all the way up to the top here where the spine starts coming down. A full-length swedge. Love the looks of that blade. Oh my goodness. Now for ergos, oh, this one absolutely melts in my hand. A knife can't be much more comfortable than this. The only thing I'm feeling is just right here on the inside of this edge. And that's just saying I'm feeling it. There's nothing uncomfortable about it, but the rest of it, it feels very rounded off. Oh my goodness. I can see the allure of fixed blades and how comfortable they are in the hand. Now this dude is quite heavy. The plunge grind goes right down to the sharpened spot, so that may or may not be an issue depending on who you are. Taking a look at this sheath. This sheath, I do like how it is very, very snappy. You can see this one fits in very well. And if on the back of the sheath you pull this down, it kind of keeps it locked in. And then you can see you have all these options for whatever direction you want to carry it on your belt or your backpack or however you carry your fixed blades. I'm curious, tell me, if you carry a fixed blade normally or often, how do you carry them? What do you carry them for? I want to learn. I learned from you guys. You can see that takes a Allen wrench and snaps into place pretty well. And I do like the fact that it has this to keep it, you know, not chance losing it. Once this is flipped down, then it opens quite easily. Okay, if none of those were big enough, I got you covered. This bad boy is the EF122. It is a fixed blade. You can see you do have a lanyard hole. Does the other one have a lanyard? Yeah, the other one has a lanyard hole. I think I showed you. This one weighs in at 9.9 ounces, 13 ounces with the sheath. Oh yeah, look at this. Overall length on this sucker is 9.94 inches. Pretty much a 10-inch knife. The cutting edge is 4.67 inches. So you have a 4.7-inch blade. It's stonewashed D2, and the blade stock thickness on this sucker is 187 thousandths of an inch. And behind the edge is 26 thousandths of an inch. So it is not a slicer, but I don't think you're gonna get a knife like this for the purpose of being a slicer. Now I gave the other ones a wiping off, a good wipe. And I didn't wipe this one off. It's not the end of the world. You know, they come all lubed up out of the box. This one is also a full tang. I'll give you a little look, little fella. There's a look. Now you can see this one also, it's crowned starting right here at the top of the spine, right when it gets to like the user end where your handle is. It is crowned all the way through, and it does kind of have that shadow box look. I kind of like it. I'm curious what you fixed blade users think about that. And the ergos on this, again, just absolute butter. Couldn't be more comfortable in my hand. This one's even more comfortable than the other one. I'm not sure what you would use these big chonkers for, but I know there's a lot of folks out there that really like the fixed blades. They get into the fixed blades. They have use for them. Or you might be like me, you might be a knife collector and you just enjoy them for what they are. Now this one does have a sort of a sharpening tool going on. You can see that your plunge grind just kind of disappears somewhere in there in the middle. So I kind of like it. You know, if they would have went up a little bit further, with the choil, it would have been even a little bit better. But this is, I mean, I could see just hacking at some wood, you know, just feathering, making a feather stick with this thing. I mean, it is a chonker. Now checking out the Kydex sheath. Here's something that I noticed right out of the box. When I took it out, if you look here, this particular one, it is not in there very securely. I don't know if that's indicative. You know, you could get 20 knives and each one of them asks different, asks. Each one of them asks questions differently. But it is not very secure. And I was looking to see if there's a spot where you can tighten it. This one also has the same clip and the same way it releases, and I don't see anywhere where you can tighten that Kydex. I don't know if there's a way where you can tighten it yourself. Maybe you can put a screw in here yourself to tighten it. That's another thing. Learn me on them. So my only qualm with this knife, I love this knife as far as a fixed blade. It's just the sheath. I don't see the sheath being super secure. You can see, if you called that a detent, I would call that a weak detent. So here are 4 hefty budget knives under 30 bucks, starting with the EF911, the EF908, the EF109, and the EF122. I definitely have a first, second, and third place. I'm curious what yours are, and of course, every Friday night, we can talk about the knives, do size comparisons, and there's always requests for the knife cam every Friday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Standard Time, whatever time it is Eastern, until like 11:15, 12 o'clock, midnight, you never know. But until I see you again, go watch this video. You're going to really enjoy those knives, and I will see you in the chats. I'll see you in the live streams, and I'll see you at the hive. Remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.